Everyone, I'm excited to show you this really intense, dark, smoked blue look. And no, it's not the same as the Avatar Mermaid look. That's on the very green side of things. This is all like a dark, dark, smoked out blue. So it's very intense. The lining on the bottom is optional. I just did the video on this top part right here. So I'll talk to you at the end about the optional part. So real quick overview about the products. I know I'm moving fast. They're listed at the end. So if you don't catch what I'm saying now, please just fast forward to the end so you can get a total list of the products. I always prep and prime my eye with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It looks like this. The base that I'm using, it's great. It's by Sephora. You can use it as a base, a shadow on its own, or a liner. 3 uses, 1 product. It's called Sephora. The Deep End is the title of it. It's a blue, creamy base or liner, whatever gel liner you can call it. It's very comparable to the MAC fluid lines. Same texture, same setting time, cheaper price, great product. The first shadow that I'm going to use is Sephora, and it's in It's Blue N72. There's no shimmer in it. It matches the MAC, the base that I'm using, or it matches the Sephora base that I'm using. The other shadow that I'm using is Urban Decay Goddess. It's a dark blue with a little bit of, a lot of shimmer, I should say. Just in the corner of your eyes. Don't go over your lid. Keep it right here. This is Lorac, and this is in Celebutante. I did use this in the other tutorial. It has a slight amount of green, but only use it in the light areas. Do not go over your entire eye, because it will turn the color. We want to keep it blue, not green. For the smoky look, I'm using Matte Typographic, and it's a matte black shadow, very intense. I recommend this product because you can use this as a liner on its own. You can use it as a, it really kicks up the shadowing effect of whatever you want to do. The liner, Lorac, I've always used this. Lorac, Front of the Line Pro, favorite liner ever, best money spent on a liner, and I've bought tons of liners. I finally found one. Get this liner. The highlighter, you can use any matte, off-white or white. In this one, I believe I used Shroom by MAC. Sephora has a comparable color, Universal Beige and N number 8. Anything without shimmer that's light can be used as your highlighter. So I think that about covers the products, and let's go dive into the video. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is spreading the Urban Decay Primer Potion all over my lid from under the brow to all over the entire lid. This step is vital to making sure everything sticks and blends the best it can. Now I'm going ahead and I'm using the Sephora waterproof liner as my base, covering the entire lid, going slightly above my crease towards the outside of my eye. It does not have to be perfect, but try to get it as best you can. And you don't need much at all. You don't need much. Try to put less before more on your brush, because you can always add more. It's difficult to take it off though. And this stuff gets really tacky, so I recommend always putting a shadow over it, unless you're wearing it as a liner. And I'm just trying to like really get a nice outline shape here. I'm not going too high up. I'm trying to stay below the crease. Oops, you can see I got some on my cheek there. Oh well. Now I'm moving on to the shadow, and this is the Sephora shadow in It Blue N72, and I'm just going over where I had originally put the base. And you've got to kind of move quickly because things start to set around this point, so for maximum blending abilities, try to move quickly. And I'm just covering the entire area and really smoothing out that line. And you'll find like this is a very opaque look too. There's not much shimmer in any of the blue products. Well, except for the Goddess. Now I'm moving on to that Lorac Celebutante, and be very careful with this. Again, you don't cover the whole lid. You're just kind of working from the inside. And I'm just going up a little bit, so that way there's a lighter color as you just want a lighter color as you're getting towards your nose. And it just adds a hint of shimmer only on the inside of your eye. Now we're moving on to the Urban Decay Goddess, and that's a dark, dark blue, a very smoky, dark navy blue. It's like remember it's like a dark navy is the best way I can describe it. And I'm switching to a denser brush, and I'm using circular motions here to apply this in the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm working it slightly upwards. And don't worry about the shadow fallout. You can always wipe that off later, so don't put your foundation on before your shadow during this look. Bad idea. So I'm just moving that dark shadow all around the outer, I'd say about the outer quarter of my eye, and I'm now moving to the MAC charcoal shadow, and that's where we're really going to pick up that dark, intense look. And keep in mind I'm working in circular motions here. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am. I'm using very circular motions. Now I cleaned up my excess, and I'm using the MAC Shroom as a highlighter, and I'm just going over everything, and I'm just rubbing out that harsh edge on the outside. And now I'm starting with my liner, and I'm sticking close to the lash line, but on the outside you can get a little bit thicker, and I'm moving inwards. Just creating a slight winged effect, nothing much, because the shadow kind of works on its own. If you were in a pinch, you really don't even need liner. I mean, it's pretty intense on its own, but I always wear liner. I just feel more comfortable with it. And I'm getting really close to the lash line here, and I'm just drawing outwards. And I'll tell you what, that Lorac eyeliner is the best thing ever. It's so easy to line your eyes with this, because it gets so tight to your eye. And I'm just basically going along my lash line and just kind of making it thicker on the outside where there's that little wing that I just drew. That's really the only thick part on that eyeliner. And right now I am just finishing up and going towards the inside of my eye and trying to stick very close to the lash line. And that's pretty much the look, you guys. At the beginning, at the end I would tell you how I did the bottom of my eyes, because I did not include it in this tutorial for size reasons, length reasons I should say. Take your Sephora waterproof liner that we used as a base, using a small brush, take it all the way from here to here, go over it with your shadow, dip the brush in the shadow, go over the same line, take MAC Black Track gel liner, or fluid line I should say, Black Track fluid line by MAC, use a small brush, I use this one, and you're just going to dip that in there and then go here to about the 3/4 way point on your eye, just to make it thicker on the outside, thinner on the inside. Then I line the waterline with the Lorac. So here's a close look of what it looks like. It's a really beautiful look, everyone. I hope you try it out. The lipstick is in the lipstick I use is Snob, and I also used a Lorac Baby Doll. Anything that's light, if you go for a really dark color, you're going to get the clown effect bad. So try to keep it neutral on the lips if you like. Okay, see ya.